So my name is Fatiha Sadallah. I should have said it in the beginning. I'm scientific officer at IMI, and I will be in charge of the evaluation of this topic, so putting together the experts which will have a chance to see and evaluate the different applications. A webinar will be organized, and we will set a date very soon where the same presentation will be accessible, and where you will have a chance also to ask questions. So if all the questions are not asked today, there will be another chance for you to address them. And thank you for your attention. Maybe Matthias Goldwald, which I just introduced in the beginning, but without giving his CV, could join here. Matthias is a doctor in microbiology, and he has worked for 25 years in pharmaceutical industry, and precisely in research and development at BioSharing Pharma. He had different positions in the management, and currently he's responsible of external research and development policy, and he's involved in many academic collaboration, and he's very well aware of IMI since he was more or less one of the first actors in this endeavor.
Is there a view on where in the provision of healthcare this information should be directed at?
That this will be addressed largely all the areas. I mean,
oh yes, you mean it's meant to cover all the major disease areas?
Yes.
Yeah. But is it directed at people who actively have that disease at the point of care of delivery of healthcare, or should it be directed at the wider public before they have a disease?
Yeah,
before they have a disease.
I think first it will be addressed to the patients, patients which really want to have the information.
So it's really the initial focus is patients?
Patients, yes.
Okay.
Because otherwise it will be extremely difficult to organize that. Who will be the counterpart? And we thought there is an extremely clear need on the patient side to have good information. We need to find a better common ground so that patients easily know what they expect when they participate in clinical trials, so that we can also better than jointly develop the clinical trial strategies, can optimize the programs so that ethical review may get faster. Hopefully that patient recruitment for the clinical studies goes more efficiently. If people are better aware, know what is behind our research and development, we may lower some of the fears, the hurdles that are there. And by doing that, we hopefully will develop then a way of communication, a way of information packages which are then automatically suitable also for other lay people.
Is the information designed to really complement and supplement information that's provided in hospitals by physicians?
Yes.
It could, of course, implement this information, but probably in a way that this will help to cover many additional issues that were not tackled within this information brochure that exists already in the hospital and other support of healthcare.
And it would certainly be perfect to have people from the hospital environment involved as well, because this then can be used to make sure that we reach a pan-European harmonization of the information, that we reach a higher quality all across Europe in this kind of information. And there is anyway the webinar Fatiha mentioned, so if during the next days you have further questions, ideas, things you want to address, you can always contact Fatiha and you can join the webinar.
I did have a question. It was about the FPIA participants. Is there any chance of dialogue with the participants before the first expression of interest goes in?
This is it. This is today. This is why the Information Day is organized, and AFPA participants are here.
Are there some of the industry participants
Sorry?
Are there some of the industry participants here in the workshop?
Yes, I mean, Matthias
I'm
Goldwald
here,
is here and he's representing
okay.
the applicant, the EFPA consortium.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you were representing the IMI.
No.
I was involved in IMI, but I represent BioSharing Pharma, and I'm also one of the participants of the writing team who has developed this call topic. But there is a general rule that the FPR companies should not be in direct contact with the members of the applicant consortium. So this is a specific process we have in, as you heard this morning, also within the IMI projects, that the consortium of FPR companies develops the call topic, defines the problem and what they would like to contribute, and that then it is your freedom, your task to create a powerful consortium that can address the call topic. And only after the panel review, only after the peer review of the expressions of interest, you will get in direct contact with the representatives of the FPR consortium.
That's why you have to take the opportunity that we have here today, participants from the FPR side in the consortium, the FPR consortium, that if you have any question to ask, otherwise, anyway, later on you will address us your question and we will coordinate with the FPR consortium and will be able to answer your question as well. But I think this is...
Yeah, we need a fair process that gives fair chances to every potential consortium. And so if you address questions to Fatiha, then she will certainly contact the FPR participants as well to get a consolidated answer and feedback. And this will then be published so that you all can have access to questions that come up further.
This will come in our website, as Kim can confirm, since she's the person in charge with the communication at IMI. So Kim is at the end of the room over there.
My name is Christian Orris. The question I have, what I heard from the discussion, that the focus are the patients. It would be helpful to get a clarification. Do we mean the patients who would be candidates for clinical studies, or are these patients who have already the disease? At least what was said until now, I was a little bit confused. Yeah. What is the target group?
I think it's a patient at large. So it would be the patient who really has a problematic and want to understand.
Okay.
But
yeah.
As we see a strong need in educating and people and raising the awareness of what is behind research and development, and that includes certainly also clinical studies.
Definitely.
So the early research up to regulatory. This is certainly a major element of the program.
Okay.
I mean, we emphasize that it's in all the drug development
But it goes
process.
Also up to compliance. So, how can we increase the compliance of use of medication, etc., and just being better aware of what is behind modern medicines, clinical studies, the right conditions, right environment for using drugs. There is a lot that can be improved concerning knowledge about that.
I mean, the frame is really the drug development process and what we could give information in a way that patients understand the process. So in each of these different steps, the participation of patients to this project and the fact that the project should tackle this issue to deliver in a suitable way the information to the patient is the aim of the topic. Okay.
There has been already some initiative from pharma companies or patient associations to communicate to patients. Do you think this program should focus first on best practices, maybe in some countries, or specific therapeutic areas that could be used to elaborate on that best practices, and which country or which therapeutic areas?
I think we left. Sorry.
That could be an element, definitely, and it will be part and should be part of this gap analysis and needs analysis, which Fatiha mentioned, to see what we already have, what is already well running, where are specific additional needs, and how can we reach a harmonization and a better quality of all the areas, all the programs that are running. What we also see as a benefit of the joint initiative is that there is then a much lower, hopefully no risk at all, that that a bilateral, as we have it currently, bilateral relationship between a pharma company and a patient organization is questioned and is discussed if this would maybe compromise the autonomy of the organization. If we have here, then most of the big pharma companies, all the competitors on one table, this should, and a neutral platform to moderate, to run these programs like the IMI. This can hopefully create also a different quality and different way of program production.
Agreed.
If you're just focusing on patients rather than potential patients, I mean, I was thinking about prevention programs and also getting people to understand the sort of mechanisms that are involved in developing pharmaceutical products, and I thought that would go a little beyond people who are already patients. But I use literally, it's only patients and nothing else.
It's mainly on patients, but of course other audiences, like we mentioned, are also welcome to participate in the application for the topic itself. But really, what we target here is really awareness on the research development process to patients at first, and then we might have other audiences, and this was also explained in the deliverables, that this program also could tackle other audiences.
Tina Bottarelli from EURORDIS, the European Organization for Rare Diseases. Have first one question, more practical, I think, to know if I understood correctly the presentation. When you say all objectives should be addressed, this means that you are looking for a proposal addressing all the subjects you mentioned, like biomedical research, personalized medicine, etc., all the one you listed before. So the proposal should cover programs which cover all these subjects. Okay.
But because you have biomedical research is also personalized medicine, it's difficult to address one without having the basis of biomedical research. So that's why it's a whole program.
Okay. And then from I understand that the content development is both from FPIA, the FPIA consortium, and the rest of the consortium, let's say, the applicant consortium. So does it mean in practice they will work together to develop the content of the program? Okay, that's quite...
Yes.
Yes, you will first present your own program as an applicant consortium, answering the call topic itself and all the objectives that we have addressed. And of course, I mentioned also how the applicant, how the EFPIA consortium will complement this other part of the applicant consortium. And when the expression of interest evaluation will be run and the first best expression of interest will be selected, then they will enter in negotiation in preparation of the full product proposal with the 11 pharmaceutical industry involved in EFPIA to deliver the full product proposal at the end.
But you are right, a lot of the content can come, and you should also count on the companies that they deliver a lot of scientific information and knowledge on what is behind the research development activities. What the patient organizations certainly know much, much better are the specific needs, what is currently not running well, where are additional needs on the information side which patients would benefit from. How would you like to see a better involvement in the study or in the design of clinical trials? At which step you see the optimal point of involvement to take part in the research and development process? And I think here a lot is possible. And we are looking forward to your creative and innovative ideas in that.
As they were saying before me, in fact, there is a lot of experience from patient groups.